Welcome back to the 3DMPs podcast. We're here to sit on the sidelines and critique the professionals because that's all we know how to do and all we're capable of doing because we can't play the game ourselves. I'm your host, Jack. We're here with Mr. Bronzexual, looking like the main character of GTA Vice City right now. We got lucky. We got our honorary short king, Mr. Can I Buy a Vowel? We got Corey. How we doing, boys? How we doing?
I'm good. Living it up
We're
in
good.
South Beach right now.
Yeah. So as always, you'll learn as we go along. We always start with the quote of the day said by an NBA player. We pick any quote we want, can be taken out of context. Which one? The other two have to guess, of course. Who wants to go first this week?
I'm not going
Okay.
again.
I'll go first.
Lucky wants to go first. Okay.
I'll go first if no one else wants to.
Okay. All right, Lucky.
All
Let's
right.
hear the quote of the week.
The quote is, "It kills me to have to wait 4 more years."
It kills me to have to
Fucking
wait
what?
4 more years.
It's Victor. It's Wembanyama.
Yeah. Do you want a hint, some context?
Give me
No,
some.
I know. Patty Mills.
No.
It's an Aussie.
It's an Aussie, and it's
Go
an
England.
international
Giddy.
draft.
It's Giddy.
No,
It's Giddy.
it's Giddy. It's Giddy, which is why it's funny because you have to wait 4 more years. But
For
this was
eligibility.
said.
Oh, no,
This
sorry,
was
for the
said.
next Olympics.
This was said after the incident at the bar, and he had the quote. Now, this was said after they lost to Serbia in the Olympics, and he said,
Yeah, I
"It
remember.
kills me to have to wait 4 more years." But it was funny because
Yeah.
it was Josh Giddey,
Okay.
and it's international draft, so it is fit along the category.
It's related. I like it.
Yes.
Corey, would you like to go next, or do you want me to take the reins?
Well, mine's not as bad as Lockie's. That's a crazy one
Yeah.
to go after. Mine's just very simple, very easy. We should be able to get this in fucking like 2 to 3 goes.
Okay.
I'll take any big shot. If I miss 10 in a row, it don't matter. That's all. That's it. That's all.
Corey Walker.
Something I
Same
would do.
compliment.
Something I would do.
I'll take a shot. I don't know, Robert Ory.
No. You should know this player pretty well.
Kobe.
No, it's not. It's not anyone dead. It's not anyone dead.
Didn't need to say that. Is it like a good
other
player, or
context.
is it like a role player?
Well, he's becoming a bit of a star. He's going into another level. He's
Drums.
white. I'll give you that.
He's
He's
white.
what?
He's white. I'm not saying it
Reeves.
again either. Huh?
Reeves, Luca.
Yeah. No, Reeves. Austin Reeves.
Okay.
That was fuck. I need to stop saying the obvious. Oh. Oh.
Okay.
What can we do?
So we got Austin Reeves, we got Josh Giddey. Can I complete
white players.
all white lineup? My quote of
Future
the day
Lakers.
is, "It's like a Chihuahua thinking he's a Rottweiler. You can't tell him he's not a Rottweiler."
Pat Bev.
This is someone talking about Steve Kerr and his playing career.
Jordan.
No.
Luke Lonely.
Luke's
What?
lonely.
Luke Lonely? Is that not his name?
Luke is a lonely guy, isn't he?
Is that not the center? Oh, my bad.
Luke
And
Longley.
here we go again.
Corey,
Okay.
it's been 2 minutes. It's been 2 minutes, and you've already made a TikTok clip.
Okay, I'll give you a hint. Something from last episode is involved with this guy.
He's on the Pacers.
No.
Stacey King.
It's like a Chihuahua. Yeah, it was Stacey King talking about Steve Kerr. Stacey King, who was Corey.
Why is the last episode being brought up so much?
Who is better than Tracy McGrady, by the way.
And speaking of last episode, we've just got the quotes of the week out of the way. We put our draft teams from last week into 2K. I have the results. We'll start off with Corey's team. Corey's
It's not
team.
even
Let's remind the fans of the team. So the roster was Ben Simmons, Isaiah Thomas, the small one, Michael Cooper, the 5'9" one, Michael Cooper, Thanasis Antetokounmpo, Joel Embiid, and Stacey King. This team went 40-42. They were the 8th seed, and they got knocked out in the first round.
Seems about right.
Okay. We'll go on to Lockie's team. Lockie's team had Luka Doncic, Dylan Harper, Dyson Daniels, Kevin Durant, Dikembe Mutombo, and Terrell Brandon. This team went 55-27, and they lost in the Eastern Conference Finals.
2K is unrealistic anyway.
And then my team, which consisted of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Kyrie Irving, Kawhi Leonard, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Naz Reid, and Damon Stoudemire, went 66-15, and we lost in the finals. Fun fact about this league, all 3 of our teams lost to the New York Knicks, which Corey is repping hard right now. So I lost in 7. Lockie and Corey both lost in 5. Lockie and Corey's teams both lost in 5. I lost in 7. So that makes me the winner of the first ever draft in the 3DMP history. Thank you. You can stop the applause. Just before we get into the main subject of today as well, which is we're going to be talking about the biggest trades of the offseason, we're going to talk about what's been happening around the league. I think Lockie, saying something, wants to bring it up.
Yeah, so as we all know, the league is looking at expanding in the next couple of years. They're looking at adding a team to Seattle and Vegas. Now, this investment company has made a bid at the Vegas team in ownership. They have put down an $8 billion investment, and they plan on naming the team. It's the dumbest name. I don't know who would think of this name. The Las Vegas Jacks.
The Las Vegas Jacks.
They plan on naming them the Las Vegas Jacks. Now, I didn't say anything before. I wanted your initial reaction because I think it's a stupid fucking name.
They got a fan out of me.
I don't know who would name a team the Jacks or anything the Jacks. No, I think it's dumb. Like, I don't know what you guys thought, but I thought the Jacks, like, there'll be so many memes about the Jacks will never be as good as the Kings, things like that. But yeah, I think it's a dumb name. They could have gone with like the High Rollers or something cool like that, but they went with the Jacks. The fans are going to be called the Jackers. Like,
the Jack is going to be going off.
What are we doing? You know, what do you guys think?
I think, I like that name. What do you think, Corey? What do you think about the Jacks?
Absolutely terrible.
What you got against Jacks, huh?
Oh, I don't know. They're just cunts.
There goes the censorship for episode 2. We got about 3 minutes into the video.
Was it only 3 minutes?
I wanted to bring something to light as well. Been watching a little bit of Summer League. Not really, but I've been keeping up with it. And there's this young guy who's been absolutely killing it. He was a 2nd-round pick. The Bulls are actually thinking about drafting him at 14. He fell all the way to the 2nd round to Cleveland. His name's Malik Thomas. He broke the record for most points scored through the first 3 games of a Summer League career, beating Damian Lillard. Happy birthday, Damian Lillard. It's his birthday today. He scored 85 points in the first 3 games. He's been getting buckets. A little sleeper for Rookie of the Year. I don't think he will. Cleveland's too stacked. But hopefully he can end up being a really good NBA player. And hopefully the Summer League curse of players playing well in there actually translates this time. But I thought give him a little bit of light. Also, I don't know if you know about the Lakers big man that we got on our Summer League roster. His name is Robbie Avila. And these are some of his many nicknames. I want you to rate which one.
Corey, do you know who he's talking about?
Yeah, he's talking about that fat white guy.
Yeah, with the goggles.
Yeah.
That's who we're talking about. All right, so these are the list of nicknames that we got right here. We got LeBron Frames. We got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. We got Milk Chamberlain.
I've seen that one.
We got Larry Nerd. We got College Jokic. And we got Steph Blurry.
Steph Blurry. That's a great name.
I really hope this guy can make our roster because it will be funny seeing him on the bench, his reaction.
He fits the team.
Yeah, he definitely fits the demographic that we're after. I think he plays the game the right way. I think JJ would like it.
Good fundamentals.
JJ was starting.
Yeah. Anything else you guys seen around the league? I know Melo had his interview. Jar had his interview.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll talk about that a bit later.
I've seen some stuff around summer league. I don't really rate summer league that high because I think it's deceiving. But I've seen a few things about rookies here and there. I mean, I don't think it's really worth getting too into. There were some other things
Yeah.
I saw, like last episode we talked about LeBron, how he's probably heading out of Cleveland. There was a report from Shams saying that he's heading out east. There's a report from Shams saying he's either going to Cleveland, Philly, or Miami. He's sort of narrowed it down to those three
Cool.
teams. So we were right with that. Doesn't really surprise us. There's another thing I wanted to talk about though. The Nuggets made a signing. I don't know if you guys saw it. They signed Alpha Diallo. He is a Defensive Player of the Year in the EuroLeague. Now, I wanted to ask you guys, what do you guys think? Like, they instead of going after a rookie out of college or whatever, they drafted a guy who's proven, a guy who's shown he can play at the pro level. Do you think if he has a productive first year, do you think this will be a common thing for contending teams to sign guys with more experience, more reliability, so they don't have to go through the growing pains?
Yeah. I think it could for sure. I think in recent years there has been a couple that have failed. I think I forget the guy's name, but the player that the Kings picked up a couple years ago was it
Sasha.
Vucevic?
Yeah,
No, not
Sasha
Vucevic. Sasha Venkanov.
Yeah.
Okay, who?
And he kind of didn't really stick in the league. He was the MVP out in Europe. I think also I can't remember the guy's name, but remember the guy that said Shorty looks fine, and then he covered his face in the interview. If you know, you know. He got signed last year. He was the MVP of Spain or something. I don't think he ended up sticking either. But who knows? It could be another route.
The thing I think though is like this guy's a Defensive Player of the Year. Like he's a defensive specialist. Nuggets need defense. I think it's difference between signing an MVP who can do a bit of everything and signing a specialist.
Yeah.
You know, I think that could change
be
things
interesting
quickly.
as well.
I think it was
the
worth
FIBA
mentioning.
game is a different game. We'll see how he adjusts to the NBA foul calls and different type of defense that you can play.
yeah, definitely.
That'll be interesting as well.
Yeah,
Do we want to?
I had one more thing to mention. I don't know if you've seen the Oladipo workout. He hosted a workout for NBA scouts to come watch and ended with him in tears. Looked like a good workout, and I hope he can get back on NBA roster because he was one of my favorite players back in the day, and it's sad to see him go down with the injury on my team. Couldn't help but feel for him. Hope he gets back, but we'll see. But yeah, what did you guys think?
Yeah, I think it's just sad. I mean, surely Sacramento can throw him a bone or something. Hopefully he gets a team, but there's still a lot of great free agents. Like DeMar DeRozan's still not on a team. Kuminga is now being let go and he's a free agent. There's a lot that still it's hard to make it in the NBA, and
I feel like
it's a tough game. I think as an old injured player, it's even tougher.
Yeah, he's lost his explosiveness. I mean, he was playing against the summer league teams last year, and he struggled efficiency wise. So I don't know. I got high hopes for him, but I don't know.
Yeah. What do you think, Corey?
He used to be a really good player. Like, he was with the Pacers. He was fucking insane and just could have been, if not fucking one of the top 10 players if you didn't die. And he just hasn't stayed healthy since. So it's good to hear that he might come back, but I have low expectations. He's just a bit rusty. Rusty.
Well, you guys want to move to a more positive note, or positive for maybe some of us in particular?
I would love to.
We start the trade talk. Let's start with Mr. Vice City himself. Let's talk about the Miami Heat. Let's talk about what they did.
I'll take it from here.
Let's get the full trade details. I can read it out to you. The Milwaukee Bucks traded franchise icon Giannis Antetokounmpo and Bobby Portis to the Miami Heat for Tyler Hero, Khalil Ware, Jaime Jaquez, Kasparis. Lockie, how do you say his last name?
Yakatronis.
Fucking Yaka what?
And 3 first-round picks, including number 13 this year, which was Nate Ament, and 1 second rounder. Lockie, Take it away.
Giannis, welcome to the beautiful scene of Miami. We're happy to have you. Um, as for the trade, I'm going to talk about it from the Bucks' perspective first because they're less relevant. For them, obviously, sucks losing their star player, the homegrown hero. He's drafted there, built his career there, turned into a superstar there. Obviously, they won a championship with him and Dame. They had unfortunate injuries. Sucks, whatever. He's moved on. Get over it. What they got back, though, Tyler Hero. I'm glad he's gone. You can have him. I think he'll be fine for them. I can see him averaging 25 a game this season. But
what do you think of his number?
What's he running at, like 42 or something?
42.
I could care less. He's gone. That's all that matters. Never healthy in the playoffs. Doesn't perform well in crunch time. He's an awkward player. He's not a first option. He can't really be a second option. Like, I don't know. He doesn't translate to winning his game. So, sure, he can put fans in seats, do his thing, whatever, but glad he's gone. Khalil Ware, I am very sad to see him go because I think he has the ceiling is the limit for him. Like, the ceiling's through the roof. Like, he literally could be the next, Wemby. I've seen people talk about that, wrinkled Wemby, I really liked him, what we saw from him, but obviously now that we have Giannis, he's kind of redundant. Now that we have Giannis and Bam, he's probably not going to get playing time. It makes sense to give him up. Hame, I like Hame, but I think he's sort of reached his ceiling. He's one of those players that came in very solid. He's not really going to get much better, I don't think, but he's fine. And then Kasper Siakachonis, I think he has decent potential, nothing crazy, but we haven't really seen much from him. The picks, none of them are going to be as good as Giannis, so it doesn't really matter. For the Bucks' perspective, like you take a flyer on Khalil Ware. Hopefully, he can be, whatever player you imagine him to be. The thing that sucks is they don't have their first round picks because they're in Portland. So, hopefully they maybe make a play-in push with Tyler Hero leading the way. I doubt it, but you never know. For the Heat, I mean, I could not be happier. Giannis is obviously top 3 player in the world. He's number 1 now for sure. I like him for the Heat. Heat culture is a big thing, and I think Giannis fits it well. He's shown that he can work hard. He's worked hard all his life. His whole life story is just inspiring to me. It touches me deeply now that he's on the Heat. And then Bobby Portis. I think Bobby Portis is another player that kind of like fits Heat culture too. Like, he's just got that dog in him. So I love it. I think it'll be interesting to see how him and Bam fit. Defensively, it's going to be unstoppable. Offensively, if Bam can shoot the 3 ball as well as he did 2 years ago, I think we'll be elite. Other than that, I mean, I think I pretty much said it all. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm excited to see what he can do with Giannis and hopefully build around him and stay healthy. So yeah, I like the trade. I think we didn't give up too much, even though people said that we did. But that's my opinion. What do you think?
Just gave out all your white players and he's got Giannis. Win-win.
Mm-hmm.
Win-win.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, I think you guys, I don't necessarily think this is a win now team, but I think you guys made a move and then you will continue to build over the next few years to really be a contender. I think if LeBron joins, it's definitely interesting. It definitely elevates your ceiling much quicker. I think Spo can make it work. As we spoke last week, I think they can be very dangerous. As they stand right now, I can't see them as a contender. They have Giannis. They can be for sure, but they still are lacking a lot of things. But it'll be interesting to see how Eric Spoelstra runs these 2 bigs.
Well, yeah, I don't think we're a legit contender or anything just yet. I feel like we're 1 piece away, maybe 2. But yeah, I think like Giannis has never had an elite level coach. It'd be interesting to see how much Spo can get out of him. Like obviously he's been an MVP level player. With Spo coaching, what kind of height can he reach? Could end his career as the greatest player of all time, personally, for me.
He wins the next 6 rings.
It's not a bad take.
As he will. If we sign a young, developing superstar like LeBron,
Oh, you're talking about LeBron, not Giannis. Sorry.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, but no, I think we're still a little bit away from winning the chip or being a serious contender, but I do think it's a step in the right direction, and I'm just happy that my team actually made a fucking move for once. To be honest,
Yeah, you guys have lucked out. You guys have, sorry, not lucked out, but kind of been teased in the past few years. Kevin Durant, Donovan Mitchell, Damian Lillard. You finally get your guy. Not to say you haven't got people in the past like LeBron, Shaq,
Jimmy
Alonzo
Butler.
Mourning.
the past
Jimmy,
was the
you
past.
got almost nothing. But yeah, there's this fake discourse that you guys don't get anyone, which is fair in recent history because it was such an
More
ongoing
the
thing
last
every
like
offseason.
5 years. Yeah.
Yeah. Every offseason you were so heavily involved and you ended up getting nothing. And now you finally made that move.
It's more the rumors. The rumors of we're gonna get Donovan Mitchell, we're gonna get KD, Bradley Beal.
Yeah.
We
you
never
guys
pulled
really
through.
benefited from the fact that the Bucks really ran out of options, but to do this trade, they pretty much were forced hand. They could have got ahead of it early, but obviously I can understand why they didn't want to force it. It's fucking Giannis. But yeah, so I think Lockie's a happy guy. Is that everything we want to talk about for Giannis? Move on to the next one.
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna hand it over to Corey.
Oh,
we're gonna talk about one of them, LeVar's little seeds that he planted.
We're going to talk about the BBB, are we?
Okay. Let me just say the details of the trade and then go ahead, Corey. All right, the Charlotte Hornets trade star guard LaMelo Ball and Australian Josh Green to the Minnesota Timberwolves for Naz Reid, a 2033 unprotected first-round pick and 3 first-round pick swaps and 3 second-round picks. Go ahead, Corey.
Honestly, I would have done the same trade if I was any sort of fucking team trying to get LaMelo. You're not losing as many players, but, you know, with all the draft picks and stuff, that can cost you. It has done it to a few teams, but I think if you're going for a young star like LaMelo, you got to do that for that type of player. He's a superstar without even trying. Like, he is, if not top 10 or top 15 point guard in the league without even trying. What if putting him with Ant makes him even better? I mean, the two goofiest players in the NBA are going to be on the same court, running ISO and fucking cooking people and then laughing at them. That's what's going to happen. The Timberwolves are going to be a big fan base just for their interviews when they drop 50 and they're just going to talk gibberish the whole time and no one's going to fucking understand. But that's the whole point of the Timberwolves. It's just they're just a whole team of memes. You've got Rudy Gobert who can't catch a ball and just doesn't care at all, but he's fucking insane. And then you got LaMelo who was meant to stay in school like me, but you know, fucking.
If he stayed in school, he would have been as smart as you.
No. I stayed in school and I'm still just as dumb as Melo. That's how bad I am. But
Corey, when you order at a drive-through, do you leave the window up?
I normally do. Wait, are you not meant to?
Oh, trust me, he winds it down. I'd be on that phone. I'd be screaming. Do you think this makes the Wolves a contender, Corey? Like a serious contender? Where do you think this puts them in the pedestal of the Western Conference teams?
Oh, I think so. I think all they needed was a solid point guard. I think they're all – well, that team is built around Ant, and it's just made it 10 times better with Melo. Like Melo, even with all the dumb, flashy stuff that he does, he's still an insane point guard and still does everything the right way. Yeah, I think it's a great trade and a really good fit for the Timberwolves. I think.
Yeah, and sorry.
No, you go.
Oh, I was going to say, essentially, they really gave up 1 first-round pick because there was 3 pick swaps, which really aren't as valuable as a first-round pick. They did get him pretty cheap as well.
Well, the only real issue is losing Naz Reid, who has been an absolute star for him off the bench. I think it's a tough loss, but in saying that, it is Melo, and any team realistically would have done the same thing. So,
and what do you think about it from a Charlotte Hornets perspective?
I think they're just trying to build again, or I have no idea. I think Charlotte are just over Melo's social side, and he's just too himself for the Charlotte Hornets. I think they're trying to build another young team with less character. I think they're just trying to build again, and LaMelo was just not the fit for them.
Yeah. I have a theory as to why they did do the trade. Obviously, LaMelo's coming off arguably the best season of his career. Charlotte Hornets had like the best offense for the second half of the season. They were unstoppable. They looked like this young, up-and-coming team, and now they've given away LaMelo, who was the on-off numbers speak for themselves. When he was on the court, they were the best offense in the league. When he was off, they definitely were not. I think, though, with LaMelo's injury history and how the market is around point guards like him, we've seen what Jar just went for. We've seen what Trey went for. This was kind of a sell high move, as they can't rely on him being healthy. It's crazy that sell high is Nas Reed in the first round pick. But that's just what it is at the moment, coming off his best season. But I kind of understand it from the Hornets' perspective, but I still don't. I would run it back. But I guess with Zion, for example, the Pelicans probably should have traded him years ago. Now his value is so much lower, it makes it harder. So I guess this is them getting ahead of it. They mustn't trust his ability to stay healthy. And they have Con Knipple and Brendan Miller who can be their franchise going forward now. I think they take a slight leap backwards, but they're building.
They've still got an all right team. It's just without a superstar like Melo, I don't see him going as far as they did last season.
I think they could have made a serious run if they still had him. It would have been an interesting team. Well, not serious run, but they could have made noise in the East. They definitely could have been a top 6 team.
100%.
Yeah, and I'll quickly say before Lockie goes, for the Timberwolves' perspective, I think they've needed this point guard for so long. I think they've been running old man Mike Conley and Anthony Edwards having to run point guard, which I don't love. I think he can do it in spurts. I don't think he should be doing it the whole game. I think the fact that he has run point guard will make him a better player for years to come because he's gone through all that adversity of the double teams in playoffs and having to struggle through those turnovers. But now he gets the LaMelo ball. LaMelo's going to get everyone involved. They suffer a bit with their size now, having lost. Obviously, they traded away Julius Randle, who I'll touch on. I think Lockie's going to touch on in a second. And they traded away Nas Reed now. So that 3 big lineup that they were able to be so defensive orientated with is now Rudy Gobert. Obviously, they're banking on Yoan Barringer, the backup center, to be able to be serviceable for them. But I don't know. Jaden McDaniels is a 4-man. I like him guarding wings. I don't love him guarding 4s. I don't think that's the best use of him, but I think they can still be a top team out west. They'll be a top 6 team. I don't think they'll be top 2. They can be top 6. It's a good move. They got something they needed, but they lost a little bit of their size and defensive versatility. But they had to make a move. There was rumors Ant was unhappy. They did what they had to do. What about you, Lockie?
So for me, I don't know. Obviously, it is a bit risky with LaMelo because of the health, but I don't think they gave up a lot to get him in the grand scheme of things. I love it. I think hopefully he can. Ant has looked amazing, and he's been playing with an old Mike Conley. Imagine when he has LaMelo running the offense. The type of player he can be. I think it's going to be an exciting thing to watch. Obviously, Corey said, the personality of those two is going to be funny as fuck. And just the energy, I think they're going to put a lot of fans in seats, obviously. The other thing as well, getting Josh Green. So I'll talk more about the Randall trade. Them trading Randall allowed them to be able to extend Io and also afford the LaMelo trade. So a lot of people questioned it at first why they're getting rid of Randall. Obviously, they knew ahead of time they were probably going to be making that LaMelo trade, paying Io. I think it's the right move. Randall's inconsistencies, I'm glad they got it away from them. Him and MPJ in Brooklyn is going to be a clown show, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I don't know. I like it. I think for the Hornets' perspective, you get rid of a guy who's unreliable, coming off the best year, like Jack says, fell high. It makes sense. We've seen it happen with Zion, like Jack said. So I get it. And I think it was the right decision. They also obviously traded Miles Bridges for 2 unprotected picks.
You want me to read out?
Ridiculous.
It was 1 first-round pick and a second-round pick
Yeah,
And they
yeah,
got
that's right.
Grayson Allen and Royce O'Neal, who I think are two really good role players for that Hornets team as
Yeah,
well.
I mean, I think that Hornets team is going to be one of the best shooting teams we've ever seen. They have that
Yeah.
many great floor spaces, so that'll be interesting.
It's just the playmaking, of
Yeah,
course.
obviously it won't look as
Kobe
good,
White doesn't really do that.
but they're not. I don't think they're really trying to win. The other thing I don't think people realize is like the Timberwolves defense was elite with Rudy on the floor. J, interesting to see how he goes. I spoke about it briefly in the last episode. He's still so young to the game of basketball. He's only been playing for 7 years or something. So him being mentored by Gobert, I mean, his defense is probably going to be elite in a couple of years, in years to come. The other thing, like Gobert is not really a player that is going to get worse over time significantly. I don't see him like declining much year to year, just based on his play style. So their defense has been great with him, but they're also a very young team. Melo, Ant, McDaniels, they're all young. I think they have time to find other pieces and make it work. Io is even young as well. The other thing as well, that getting Josh Green, his contract, 16 million a year roughly, they can potentially move that for a valuable piece, maybe a four-man, a bigger forward, or maybe bench depth, hopefully, if they combine it with capital or whatever it may be. Um, yeah, I think it'll be interesting. Be interesting to see when Dante comes back. But yeah, obviously they're going to struggle with their depth. But they seem like they're willing to pull the trigger on moves and make big moves with trading Cat, trading for Gobert, trading for Melo. Like they make big moves, so I'm sure they'll find someone
Yeah.
and make it happen. So yeah, I
Yeah,
like it.
their new GM has come in and just he swings for things. He makes shit happen.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. So I can see them being like if their team right now, I can see them being a top six team if Melo's healthy, which is a big if.
yeah,
If they can find a legit forward, add some bench depth, it might be hard to do. I can see them being a top four team easily.
yeah. All right. Well,
100%.
now we're going to talk about the Lake Show. We'll talk about the Fighting Whites and how we got another one of our Fighting Whites. The Lakers signed via sign and trade where we send 2 first-round picks and 2 pick swaps for Walker Kessler, where we settle on a deal of 4 years, 130 million. It's 32.5 million a year. Breaks down to be. I like it as a Lakers fan, personally. We made a move. We had to make a move. I'd rather him than Jalen Duren, who I think was the other buzz. I think we would have had to pay Duren more. I think this is, it's an overpay for his current talent, maybe. But this is a contract where we're banking on progression, which I feel like will happen. I think Walker Kessler will be a great defender. He's obviously he already is a great defender. I think he'll be a really great NBA center. I think he'll be a top 10 center in the league. I'm hoping he can have that Rudy Gobert level defensive impact, which I think is fair to say by the prime of his career, but with a much better offensive skill set. And I cannot overstate that enough. I think Luka Doncic will feed this man. Austin Reeves will feed this man. I think he fits our team really well. He rebounds the ball really well, which is something we struggled with last year because Ayton has his games where he wants to get after it and he has his games where he's just not there at all. And now he is just not there at all. um, I think we for sure needed to make moves this offseason. Rob Pelinka made moves. He made a bunch of free agency signings as well. And I think, we don't have a lot of defense on this team or guys known as defensive stoppers. But like Rudy Gobert on the Timberwolves, it'll be interesting to see how much of a defensive upside Walker Kessler can bring by just being on this team and just being there and plugging up the paint, getting 2.5 blocks a game, hopefully 12 rebounds, hopefully 15 points just off Luka and Reeves dimes. I think, I'm pretty happy with how the Lakers went about this. Obviously, it's a bit of a gamble if he can progress to that, but I really think he can be a Rudy Gobert level defender. I will never say he'll be Wemby, but he could, and potentially the top of his peak, be the second best defender in the league. He did shoot 75% from 3 last year as well in a small sample size, but I don't think he even needs to do that for the Lakers. I think he just needs to sit in the paint. He just needs to be spoon-fed, which he will do. He's a team player. For the Jazz perspective, I think they really finessed us a little bit. Not that they finessed us fully, but Danny Ainge was involved in the Luka Doncic trade without knowing that we were acquiring Luka Doncic. He's a former Celtics player. He hates the Lakers. And he was not going to let us have him unless we were willing to pay a price. I think we could have got him by just paying the 130. I don't think the Jazz would have matched. But I understand why Rob Pelinka pulled the trigger, because what if Duran goes somewhere else and then he offers the money, the Jazz match it, and then we're stuck? I think it's a small risk because I don't think they would have done it. I think it also helps the Jazz establish their starting lineup. I think there was a bit up in the air of what they were going to do, but now it really solidifies Jaren, Lowry as the 4-5. But yeah, I think, Danny Ainge definitely finessed, but this is what we had to do to improve our team, because the team we had just simply was not going to get it done. Rob Pelinka made moves. His job was on the line. I think he did a good job with circumstances. What do you guys think?
Just another white guy.
I mean, yeah, like you said, like Kessler shooting 75% from three was ridiculous, but he only played 6 games and attempted 1.5 a game. So very small sample size. But in saying that, even if he can be a 34% three-point shooter, I think that changes a lot of things. The other thing, the Lakers gave up a lot, but I think he is such a safe bet. Like, even if he doesn't really reach that,
his floor is high.
Rudy Gobert level defensive ability. He already is an elite defender, elite rebounder, especially on the offensive glass. I think like him and Luka in the pick and roll will be phenomenal. What he did with Gafford and Lively, Kessler is going to be a whole nother level. Obviously, all he needs is a pick and roll big. Luka loves throwing those late lob passes. He doesn't like throwing pocket passes and letting the big catch it on the run. He likes throwing it at the rim. And Kessler just needs to be able to throw it down from there, which he can obviously do. So their pick and roll is going to be great. Obviously, we'll touch more about the signings next episode when we go over the signings. But I do think their defense can be league average. I do see that happening, and with how great their offense will be, I think it'll be great. I really don't think LA gave up too much. He's a young big. I think he can flourish with Luka over the next couple years. I think it's a safe bet banking on him. They've been linked to him for so long. I'm glad they finally got him, because I'm scared to see what him and Luka look like. It's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah. What do you think, Corey?
I think it's a great trade. Honestly, I think he's needed a center that actually does his job. Especially with Luka. I think Luka, as Lockie said, he wants to throw it at the hoop. He wants a big just to dunk and get back on defense. And
you don't want someone to just pull up for a mid-range.
Yeah. Or you have Jackson Hayes, who he's just Jackson fucking Hayes. No one really gives a fuck.
Who ironically signed with the Jazz.
Funny enough. I think it's great. I think what you did in the little time that you decided to trade and sign people, I think you did a good job this year. I think instead of getting old players like the Lakers usually do, I think perfect amount of white.
I think we're proper establishing our new era. And we're finally moving forward. We're post-LeBron era now. It's Luka's team. We're now building around him. I know we're trying to replicate that Mavericks team. Also, just quickly, I'll touch on DeAndre Ayton traded to the Wizards for Jaden Hardy in a second-round pick. I get it. I wish we could have kept him. I think he could be very valuable as off-the-bench player, because if Walker Kessler does go down, he is a serviceable starter. But we do pick up Kevon Looney, who I know JJ Redick is much more ecstatic about having in the locker room, someone he can rely on and not have to lose his shit at every 5 minutes.
Kessler's health is a question mark, but I mean, he's been healthy for most of his career, and even if he does go down, wait for Kevon Looney's 2020 game. It's going to happen.
Exactly. And those are two really good rebounding bigs that the Lakers have struggled rebounding for the past years.
They're going to be disgusting in the glass. It's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah. So
it's
moving on to the next. Yeah. Sorry, Corey.
No. That's all I was going to say anyways.
All right, moving on to the next trade, which is yet to be finalized, but I'll let Lockie break that down.
So the Kawhi trade.
I'll say the trade. I'll say the trade. Yeah, the Clippers have agreed to a deal that is to be confirmed later to send Kawhi Leonard to the Toronto Raptors for Brendan Ingram's dick. Brendan Ingram and Grady Dick with two first round picks, one pick swap, and 2 second rounders. The Raptors regain their finals MVP.
1 second.
Yeah, so obviously
What are your thoughts on Brendan Ingram and Dick?
Obviously there's been a Dick scandal. I meant scandal between the trade with Dick and
Yeah. They're not sure if they're
there's
going to
been
be
a
able to
swapping
send
of
Dick across
dicks.
the border.
There's been a swapping of dicks. Yeah, with the scandal, we don't know if the trade's going to go through, obviously.
Hold on, Lockie. Corey is eating a hot chip as punishment because our last YouTube video got 10 views. I know, double
but
digits.
they're not
Crazy.
It's not the spiciest chip. That's still coming in the mail. That shit takes forever to fucking come. So,
so do I.
I wish.
So,
I wish.
some flaming hot just to come in. Just some light stuff.
Okay.
Well,
yeah, Lockie, sorry to interrupt you. Regain your talk about your dick.
We should probably.
And Brendan.
Yeah. I'll talk about the dick a bit more in a second. We should probably mention we're recording this on Thursday instead of Sunday because these guys have a busy weekend. So yeah, we didn't have enough time to prepare the world's hottest chip. But hopefully the volume of that whole bag of chips will get Corey's.
And obviously, if LeBron signs somewhere or if this trade gets voided,
emergency podcast.
Okay, but yeah, if any of that happens, we're recording this on Thursday.
Worst case, if LeBron signs somewhere, I'll do it by myself.
All right. Back to the dick.
I'll do
Back
it.
to the dick. From top to bottom, I think this trade. From tip to bottom, this trade is, we don't we don't know if this dick will go in this.
Do you think Dick performs better in Los Angeles under the bright lights?
I think Dick loves the bright lights. Dick is a star.
Personally, I would think Dick needs to be in a really dark corner where he can't be seen.
Watching from the sideline like us.
I think let's get through this.
All right, yeah, no. I think will the Dick go in to the Clippers locker room and join the team? I don't know. The scandal is obviously in question. They've spoke about maybe suspending Kawhi, maybe voiding his contract. I don't know how it's going to work. Hypothetically, if Dick enters LA, what does this look like? Well, I'm glad Kawhi is back in Toronto. I think he shouldn't have left. Obviously, I can understand why. He left to team up with PG, live it up in LA, whatever. I think the city of Toronto loves Kawhi, loves what he did for them. Welcome him back with open arms, I'm sure of it. After seeing what the Raptors did in the playoffs last year, I liked what I saw from Scotty Barnes. I like what I saw from CMB last year. I think Pirtle kind of struggled a bit. So obviously there's a bit of hole at the big man spot. Do they start CMB? Do they start Pirtle? I don't know how they're going to do that. Quickly, he's all right. I think they need more guard play, better big. Like they're still a few pieces away, but considering how this man needs some milk. He needs some milk.
Struggling with that hot chip.
But no, considering how much Ingram struggled in the playoffs last year, shot like 30% from the field, it was abysmal. Kawhi can easily replace that. We've seen the best year from Kawhi in his whole career last year. So I don't think he's really going down. If anything, he's getting better every year. It's ridiculous. He is a robot.
He's a robot.
He's going up like Dick.
Yep, just like Dick is going up in the world. Yeah, I mean, technically Dick's going down.
Yeah.
Dick is flaccid. I heard there's a pill that Dick can take to maybe help him.
Yeah. Uplift his spirits mentally.
Yeah. Anyway, for the Clippers, I mean, if they move on from this scandal and the trade goes through, they can move on from the Kawhi situation. I mean, there's so many question marks. Like, how much do we really know? Probably not a lot. But yeah, I don't know. I think they got a few picks. They got a young Dick that hopefully can develop and blossom. and grow. I'd love to see Dick grow. But yeah, I mean, who knows? Like, I don't even think this trade's going to happen. But if it does, hopefully
Yeah.
Toronto can maybe go on a historic run. That'd be cool. But I think they're still a few pieces away. For LA, they can reset and
Get
yeah.
some dick.
I mean, it's hard to talk about it because it's unlikely that it's even going to happen.
Yeah. What do you think, Corey?
Yeah, I think for
What
the
do you think
Raptors,
about Dick?
good to go back to nostalgia when he came in.
Oh yeah, we can talk about
Won
the
the
trade.
I was over there. My bad. But yeah, I think it's good if it goes through. I think it's good for the Raptors just to have him back. Do I think he can do it all over again? Maybe. You never know. Kawhi and that Raptors team shouldn't have won, but they did. So
You were
I
a Steph Curry fan back then, weren't you?
You know
no.
what? I actually just thought about it as well. Like, it'd be nice to see Dick get consistent playing time. Consistent minutes in there would be nice from Dick. Hopefully he can
Mhm.
But he's
get a
got to be a
consistent role.
consistent dick. He's not as
Yeah.
consistent. He's a very
I mean, it's hard. Dick is
player.
hard. Like it's hard it's hard to yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
It's a
Well,
hard thing to talk about.
I think for the Raptors as well. Like last year in
The
the
hard
playoff
pill to
series,
swallow.
last year in the playoff series they looked very good. Which was pretty much Brendan Ingram was a non-factor and he missed half the series anyway. Grady Dick was not getting playing time. If you can add Kawhi Leonard to that, I think that elevates them a lot. I think they can be a top 4 seed in the East. I think they can somewhat be a contender. I don't like Pirtle as the starting center, but if CMB can be serviceable, maybe that's the go. For the Clippers, I think they're going to be a fun young team. It reminds me of the Clippers before Kawhi and PG got there. A bunch of solid players that can have an okay run, but yeah. It'll
Yeah,
be
I mean,
interesting. It'll be
I don't
interesting.
really see Toronto with this current team, regardless of how well Kawhi plays. I don't see them beating New York. I don't really see them beating
No.
Philly. Maybe Detroit if they struggle again.
I could see
But
Philly. I'll talk about it in a second.
yeah, I don't know. I think they're still like a piece away, unless
Mhm.
people really overperform. I don't know. But yeah, it's hard. Like I haven't really thought about it too much because I don't even think the trade's gonna happen, like I said. So
Do you think, I'm just thinking, do you think a possible sign and trade for Jalen Duren that includes some of their bigger contracts and some picks, do you think that's possible? I don't think the
I
Pistons would do it personally. But if the
I
Pistons were the
don't
kind of forced hand,
I don't know. I
I think
mean,
that's best case scenario for the Raptors. But obviously,
he
I don't think that makes sense for the Pistons.
he's still so young and he still needs to figure out how to play in the playoffs because obviously he did not
Yeah.
do that very well last year. I think he needs to go to a young team that isn't trying to contend but maybe can make a late playoff push or something. Like he still needs time.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's
I don't know. I think Detroit, if they really want to win now, get rid of him. But I don't think there's really a rush because they're still so young.
yeah. Yeah,
I
I
think they
think they
can
just
figure it
bring him
out.
back.
Yeah, I think they can figure it
Yeah.
out.
Okay, we want to move on?
Let's move on.
Mr. Corey Walker. Let's
Oh,
talk about it.
the big man.
Blockbuster. The Boston Celtics have agreed to a trade to send Jaylen Brown to the Philadelphia 76ers. Listen up. For Paul George, listen up. 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks. That's it.
Is that it?
Can we just
Are you missing
have
a few things?
an
That's the
applause?
whole statement.
Can we just clap for Philly absolutely fucking the Celtics over? It's beautiful. It's
I
absolutely
mean,
beautiful.
that's the type of shit
I
that
am quite a fan of this move as a Lakers fan.
I think when your rival is Philly and you've beaten them every single time, and then you go ahead and give your star player to that team, big brain move. Big fucking brain move, I think. Like, now for Philly, it's obviously like A plus fucking awesome trade for them. For the Celtics, I have no idea what they're doing. I think it's got nothing to do with basketball. I think it's got to do with Jaylen Brown's outside of basketball his twitch and his issues with some players that, no one actually really knows. But it's weird. It's just weird, in my opinion. I think hearing all the rumors and what's going on with all of it, and Jason Tatum saying that he's best mates with him, but then others say it's the other way. I think it's got nothing to do with basketball, this trade. I think it's just got to do with people's egos being hurt. And who do you really get rid of? Do you get rid of Tatum or Brown? And I think they just went with Brown. I don't think they would have ever got rid of Tatum, but still, it's just
I heard the report from what I heard was that Tatum and Brown's relationship was non-existent. Like apparently that's what all the insiders in Boston said. But even then, why would you get rid of him? They won a championship together before. They've proven that they can do it. I don't think it really matters. Shaq and Kobe hated each other. I don't think Brown and Tatum hate each other. Maybe they aren't best friends, but who gives a fuck? It's not like they don't fit together. It's not like they can't win together. They've had multiple late runs, deep runs in the playoffs. I mean, they tried to trade Brown for Giannis. Makes sense. It's Giannis, but he's here in South Beach with me. But Brown, after that trade didn't go through, he never requested a trade. They just wanted to get rid of him. They were desperate to get rid of him. It doesn't make sense. I mean, there might be more to the story. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
I think I know a bit, but
yeah, we'll hear in a second. But as far as Jaylen Brown as a player, I think he's phenomenal. He was, in MVP contention last year. Finals MVP. I mean, he was causing Luka hell in the playoff in the finals. He can show he can be a two-way guy, can take a step down and be a defensive guy, can take a step up and create for himself, average 28 a game. He can do all these things. He's such a versatile player, and I think he can potentially help Philly get over the hump so long as they are healthy. And obviously, we spoke about them getting LeBron. Maybe that would help a lot. But yeah, I think Brown is in Philly is going to be curious. I'm very curious to see can they make it past the second round?
Oh, it's going to be scary.
Dare I say?
I don't think it's a doubt that I think they can go all the way if their team can stay healthy. If Joel is playing,
it's on the big man. It's on the big man.
It is on. It really is on the big man. If the big man's there, ready to go, Philly's winning it. With or without LeBron, I think just their star player in just star power in general. They've got it all. They've got young talent. They've got older vets. They've got bench. They've got size. They're a very complete team, and I think the Celtics just really fucking lost. Paul George is a great player, future Hall of Famer in my eyes, but right now it's just not what the Celtics should have done. I think they should have just kept Brown, just let him do his thing again, try to rebuild that relationship, and then find stars to go around him. But they didn't want to do so. So I think it's a joke for the Celtics.
I mean, I still think the Celtics are a good team. They're still going to be probably maybe even a top 4 seed, but still, it's ridiculous. Still didn't need to be done.
But playoff P.
Yeah, I'll speak on it from a devil's advocate point of view for the Celtics. I heard the Brad Stevens breaking down the trade and why he did the trade. I think pretty much he said it's pretty hard to win a championship when you're paying 70% of your cap to 2 players, which I can understand where he's coming from a little bit. This trade doesn't make sense to fix that. But I think he was hell-bent on trading Jaylen Brown no matter what. I think he wanted to get off his money. That's clear now that we can see that. I think the Giannis was the perfect storm that he thought he could deal off Jaylen Brown for Giannis. I'm shocked that he didn't want to include Baylor Shireman or Hugo Gonzalez, and that was the deciding factor into making that deal happen, because I think then with Giannis, the Celtics are a top contender. Top. He kind of contradicts himself as well, because he said that the Celtics want to play a new brand of basketball because they are so three-point orientated. So then what he does, he doesn't want to pay the guy $70 million. He trades for an old, like Paul George slasher back in the day, he's a jump shooter now. He's a great team defender. He's going to really help them on that end, I think, and be very impactful. But he's 30, whatever he is. He's making $50 million instead of 70. Like, I think I can understand where he's coming from, but I can't understand how he ends on this deal. I think he could have done a lot better. I think he got too desperate to the fact where he had thrown himself too deep that he had to accept something. And this is what we've ended up with somehow. The fact that he done it to a divisional rival who you see all the time in the playoffs too, who you're going to see for the next few years, baffles me. I still think the Celtics can be a contender. Obviously they get off the money sooner a little bit, and it's a bit less, but
yeah, I mean, obviously,
yeah,
PJ's contract is shorter. It's got less time left. Like, if they're really desperate to get off that money, I guess that makes sense. But still, trading him to the Celtics, I think they could have got just as much young capital from another team potentially, without,
for example,
giving him to Philly. Like that doesn't make sense to me. Jack said how like Paul George is a decent defender, jump shooter, whatever. Jaylen Brown is all that and more. Like I get, fair enough. You don't want to pay the money, but like if you're trying to play any brand of basketball, Jaylen Brown can buy into it anyway. He's such a versatile player.
I'll say the only thing that they really improve maybe is Jaylen Brown's a really good one-on-one defender. He maybe isn't the best team defender, which Paul George does improve a little bit. I heard that being an argument. Although that's just devil's advocate because obviously Jaylen Brown is the better player by far.
I mean, like, are we fucking joking? Like, who gives a fuck? Yeah. Jaylen Brown is that much better of a player. Like, like I get you giving a reason, but who gives a fuck how good of a team defender he is?
I'm just saying
he was an MVP runner last year.
That's all I'm saying.
What the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, and then I think like a team like Portland who was so invested in Jaylen Brown, I don't understand with all those Milwaukee Bucks picks, Drew Holiday, some of those young guards, I don't understand how they don't land him if that's the package that they settle for and they don't send him over to the West. Because we're going to talk about this next trade, but I would much prefer if Portland were to have acquired Jaylen Brown than who they did acquire because that's just much better fit-wise. And I thought, I get the Celtics are trying to contend, but Paul George is not the winning formula.
Yeah, I mean,
I love Paul George.
I mean, as well, with like Hugo and Baylor, like those guys are good young role players. They looked really good. But would you seriously rather those guys than Giannis? No, fuck no.
Yeah. Celtics draft
well. Celtics draft really well. They can probably easily replace those guys. Yeah, I mean, I would have loved Portland to get Jaylen Brown. They had the money to do it. They had the contracts to trade for him and the cap space to acquire him. So I don't see how that trade didn't go through. Maybe he was holding off for the Giannis trade and then Portland lost interest, or maybe something like that. Whatever. Still, I don't think they needed to get rid of him because what you've done now is you're essentially wasting this next year. You may as well kept Brown and traded him next offseason when there's a bigger free agency market. You can potentially make a huge signing. Whatever. Yeah. Like, I don't see the reason to trade him right now when you're not helping your team contend or rebuild.
All things being said, though, first of all, I want to touch just quickly. Like, obviously, that first thing he said about wanting to change the style of play, if they get Giannis, that obviously does that. It gives ring pressure to them. That works perfectly. Then he shat his pants and backdoored and got Paul George. But anyway, my other point, I don't know. Let's just move on from this whole trade anyway.
Yeah.
I think Boston can still be just as good as they were last year. Obviously, Tatum missed most of the season. I think Tatum can have that kind of like how Jaylen Brown played last year, and Paul George can be positive. So they can still be a good team. I don't think they're a top contender anymore, like they would have been if they just kept Brown. Moving on, quite out of left field trade for fit reasons. More so, the Memphis Grizzlies trading two-time NBA All-Star Ja Morant to the Portland Trail Blazers for Jeremy Grant and Chris Murray. I'll quickly touch on it from a Memphis perspective. I guess there was a lot of talk that you would have to attach a pick to Ja to get rid of him. They ended up not having to do that. It's pretty crazy that out of their big three from when they were really successful, Jaren and Desmond Bain acquire 7 first-round picks. Ja Morant gets you nothing. Get you Jeremy Grant and Chris Murray. But I think it hands the keys to Cameron Boozer and Zach Edey and Cedric Howard. I really think they're a rendition of the grit and grind Grizzlies. They're going to be physical. They're going to be strong. They're going to be a young, fun team to watch. In terms of Portland, it's an interesting fit. You already have 4 guards, you add another one into the locker room. I think you have possible starting lineups. Yeah. Well, that's what you have 4, you add another one, you have 5.
Yeah.
You have possible starting lineups. So I know Dame and Ja are starting. I assume they start Tumani, Denny, and Klingon. Tumani and Klingon are very good defenders. The other 3, not so much. Whether they start, Denny's okay.
He was good in Washington, and then he took on more of a role. But
yeah, which I think he could maybe buy back into a bit because he's definitely not going to be as good as he was last year offensively. His role's going to diminish a bit with Ja and Dame back. But like maybe Drew starts. I don't see that. I think Drew will come off the bench. I think I think they will still make a move with one of these guards. I think they might acquire someone else. I don't know. But Dame and Ja, I think it's going to be a fun team. Offensively, I think can make it work. I think it's going to be weird when Ja's off ball. It'd be interesting to see what that looks like. I think defensively it's very similar to CJ and Dame and the struggles they had back then, which they were able to make. I think the supporting cast around them now is much better. Obviously, they have Klingon. But also, they signed. I'm bad because I didn't write down his name. But the assistant coach for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Minnesota Timberwolves have been one of the better defenses over the past couple of years. He's now the coach for the Portland Trailblazers. I think he can get the best out of them defensively. I think he can unlock Klingon a little bit, kind of service him as the Rudy Gobert. But obviously it's going to be hard when you have 2 guards that aren't great at defense, very explosive offensively. In terms of Ja, I think it's a good reset for him. He can just restart over. I think Dame's a great mentor to have around him. He's not going to want to be on any of that stuff because Dame is a no-nonsense type of person. He's not going to go for any of that. And Ja, I think, would respect him too much to even try, really. But I thought Ja was good in his interview. He showed a bit of growth. He was mature. He was asked. Yeah. He was pretty much saying he just wants to move past that and that he doesn't understand why people keep judging him for it. But to be honest, he hasn't played in the past 2 years. So the last thing we have to judge him on is all those scandals. So he needs to play. He needs to play well. I think he also was asked about the possibility of him coming off the bench, and he said, I'm here to do whatever the team needs. I obviously don't think he's going to come off the bench. I think that's just... But I'm glad that he has that attitude. I thought a funny thing that he said as well was when he was asked about what his teammates were like. He said, all my teammates are rage baiters. He said, Denny talks so much shit that it makes practices very competitive. So I think that's interesting. I think they're going to be a feisty team. I don't think they'll be a top 6 seed. I don't think they'll be a top 6 seed or anything. Hopefully Dame can still be Dame. I have no doubt he will still be. Won 3-point contest on a torn Achilles recovery. I think they'll be a 7 to 10 seed. I think they'll be a fun, exciting watch. And to be honest, it's a low-risk move for the Blazers. They gave up really a Jeremy Grant contract they didn't want anyway. They're paying Dame and Denny severely under their worth, so they have the money. Like, why not take a fly on Ja Morant, who was a top 12 player a few years ago? Obviously, he's far from that now, but it's a low-risk, high-reward type of move. What do you guys think?
I mean, I think the fit's a bit ugly. It'll be hard for me to envision it as a successful team until I see the fit work, and I don't know how it will. I mean, you mentioned how it's like Dame and CJ days. Obviously, Ja's like a bit more athletic. I think he's a better defender than CJ, and especially if he's willing to buy into a role, he can be a good defender. The problem is the size. In the modern NBA, it's a lot different than it was 10 years ago. There's a lot more size, more versatility, more mismatch hunting. You look at teams like OKC, Shea just tries to punish mismatches, punish smaller guys. Like teams like that are very good at punishing undersized backcourts. And I think when you have 2 6'2", 6'3" guys, it's hard to defend. But obviously they have Kamara, they have Denny, who was a great defender in Washington, probably going to have to become that again. Klingon's great. They got great defenders off the bench. Yeah, I think it's just the fit. Like offensively, it's also a question mark because who's going to be running the show most of the time? How is Ja going to be off the ball? How is Dame going to be off the ball? Obviously, Dame can shoot, but I don't think he's really used to being an off the ball type of player. So yeah, I don't know. It would be interesting. I think it's a low risk move, just because they didn't really give up much. If Ja doesn't work out, what they give him up for nothing. Who cares? They didn't really lose anything.
Yeah.
They got off Grant's contract. Like Jack said, the financial move. Denny and Dame are both making about 14 mil a year, combined 28 mil a year. That's really not much for two top 30 players in the league, maybe, if Dame's healthy and everything. Yeah, it's really not a lot of money, so they can afford to take him on. They can afford the risk because they're still a young team. I know Dame's a bit older, Drew's a bit older, but the rest of the team's extremely young. They can afford the risk. I mean, I don't hate it. I'm just struggling to envision how it's gonna look.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
I
Like
think
I'm not hating on the move. I think it's a decent move. I just can't see it in my head.
yeah, I think Jar's more the question about off ball. I think Dame kind of had a taste of that with Giannis. Giannis played a lot on the ball, and Dame was kind of taught to be that off the ball, and I think
They
he did
still didn't
okay.
play too much together though. Like they're both very
Yeah, but
hurt.
also if Jalen Brown's here instead of Ja Morant, I think this team is deadly and a quiet sleeper team to have a really good season, kind of like how the Rockets were a couple years ago if they were to have got Brown. But obviously, no point talking about that now. That's over. For some reason, the Celtics traded him to the Sixers, but we're moving past that. What
Yeah,
about you, Corey? What do you think?
Oh yeah.
So,
No, look, you go.
I was just gonna say briefly, like for Memphis, I love it. I think they can get rid of Ja, move on. Like obviously they've had issues, whatever. They have a good young core now. I really like Boozer. I thought it was interesting. In high school, Boozer seemed like he would, he was very crafty with the ball, put it on the deck, do those sorts of things. Reminded me a bit of like Paulo. In college, it seemed like he was forced to play a bit more traditional, and then in summer league, he's gone back a bit more to high school days, and he's sort of been given the keys to play a bit more freely, I guess. I like Edie. I like Cedric Coward. I think they got a good young team. They built a good team a couple years ago with Jar, Bane, and Jaren, and even Brooks. Like they built a good young team. Hopefully they can recreate that. Except this time they have the right mentality. They have the right attitude, and it seems like these younger players they have now have that. So I'm happy for them. I think they're still a couple years away from obviously even being close to contending, but they're heading in the right direction.
what are you saying, Corey?
I think enough has been said by both of you. I think he's covered all of it, really. Like, I think it's a good
Yeah.
trade both ways. For the Blazers, it's a little bit weird defensively, but I think they're going to be a fun team. They're not really contenders at all, in my opinion, but I think they're just a good team to be around, like, or to watch, really. But then again, all three of them could be all stars for the Blazers. You just never know. It just depends on how they're going to share the ball. Like you really have no clue what they're going to do because Dame hasn't played in a whole season. Jar's coming off not really playing. So two players that have a lot of potential to be as good as they really are. Yeah, and then with Memphis, I don't know too much. I haven't really looked into it at all. I think they're just a young team, and I'm excited to watch what they got. But other than that, I think with all the stats you used to know, I think we got through it. So that's
Yeah.
enough for me.
Yeah, I think we really went into detail and spoke a lot about it, but I think they were such big moves that we kind of had to. The
100%.
signings aren't as big as the trades, so they probably
Yeah,
won't be
probably a
as
lot
long.
shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we move on to our next segment, which is the spelling bee.
Oh, we're doing that.
So Corey, do you
Ooh.
have a whiteboard?
Hold up. Corey,
We might actually have to make this a next week because my whole board is for our next
you can
segment.
spell it. You can spell it. You can spell it out loud, bro.
Yeah,
But
spell it out
Oh,
loud.
it's even
can you
worse.
explain to the can you explain to the audience what a vowel is? Can you just explain to them what it is, or give an example of a vowel?
I'm not going back into this. I'm not going back into
Can you
this.
just give
Your
one example of a
PTSD.
vowel?
Corey,
One
Corey,
second.
Okay,
Corey.
okay.
Hey,
Go
For the
on.
viewers at home,
What?
give us one example of a vowel.
hey.
It's AEIOU.
Who's
Okay.
that?
And what about a consonant?
I come to what?
A consonant.
What about
Can you give me an example of a consonant?
it? Look. Just 1 second.
No. Give me an example.
Oh, I don't know, man. It's too late for this type of question.
Just quickly, whatever comes to mind. Consonant.
Nothing has come to mind, Jack. I have nothing inside my
The
little
viewers
brain.
are dying because you're just not answering the question.
I will ride on my horse of having no fucking idea what you're talking about. And
a consonant.
You can say that word 50 times. I'm still going to tell you I have no fucking idea.
I spoke to Corey earlier in the day. I'll just leave it. All right, let's get to the spelling bee.
Spelling bee.
Even worse.
So, Corey.
I'm gonna write this to myself and go with that.
This spelling bee is interesting because we're actually spelling the players you drafted last week.
Oh, you can't put your whiteboard down. First. Face your whiteboard down. Face your whiteboard down.
Face your whiteboard down.
Whiteboard down.
You spell it out loud. Look at me.
Oh no! Wait! No!
Hands in the air. Hands in the air.
Starting first.
No.
Hands in the air.
Jack, you can write down the spelling if you'd like, because you have a whiteboard.
Hands in the air, Corey. Hands in the air.
This was not said that I was gonna have to do.
Corey, yeah, good boy.
This is way too big of a segment.
Boy. All right, starting off first with I think the easiest name, Stacey King. Spell Stacey King.
Oh shit.
Fuck. STACY. Stacey. I hope.
Spell King.
KING. King.
Wow.
Did I spell Stacey, bro?
STACEY. Not bad. To be fair,
I spelled it the same way. Corey, I spelled it the same way.
To be fair, though, it's easy to miss a letter when you're not writing it down. We'll give you a pass. That's fair enough. I mean, you can spell Stacey two different ways. So, like,
I know Michael Cooper's coming.
Let's get through this. Let's get through this.
Michael Cooper, you say? Well, he's next. How do you spell Michael Cooper?
Fuck. MICHEAL? Michael? Probably wrong. Don't give a fuck. And then Cooper, COOPER. Cooper. I got Cooper right. Did I spell Michael wrong? I'm guessing so.
I believe you spelled. Did you say EAL?
Yes.
Okay, Jack, how did you spell it?
He's looking it up.
I did both. I did an E and an A that looks both like an E and an A. So I wasn't sure.
So maybe I'm not the only one who can't spell.
I'm useless as well. I think it's EAL.
It's AEL. So you're both wrong.
Shit.
Fuck.
Shit, Corey. It's gonna have to be a versus series.
0 for 2 on the easy names.
That's all right. Next name. Fellow Australian.
Giannis.
Ben Simmons.
Ben?
Ben Simmons.
Ben? Ben?
I'm not going to make you spell Benjamin. You can just spell Ben. Simmons.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Simmons. Is it Simmons? 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 Maybe?
That is correct.
That's how I spelled it.
Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. All right, next player. Isaiah Thomas.
Oh.
If you want a little spanner in the works, the two Isaiah Thomases in the NBA history spell it differently. They spell Isaiah differently. Isaiah Thomas that we're talking about spells it the more common way. The more common way, yeah.
I know it's wrong, but I've written it down.
I've never even seen Isaiah written down other than the draft.
I know it's wrong. I know it's more letters than this.
Isaiah.
All right, Corey, go.
Oh.
This is a tough one.
You get Isaiah, I'll get Thomas.
Can we swap? I don't think I can spell Thomas. I can't even fucking think of letters.
I'll give you a vowel. I.
Yeah.
What's a vowel? He doesn't know.
Fuck you.
I'll give you a consonant S.
I-S.
I may need to grab my computer charger in a second, but continue.
I-S. I-A. There's no Z. I know there's no fucking Z in
I
there.
can't see your hands anymore.
No. No.
Wait, go from the start again. IS what?
I-S. A. Isaiah. I. A. H. Isaiah. I don't know.
Then how do you
If he's
spell
wrong,
Thomas?
just butt in.
Then how do you spell
If he's
Thomas?
wrong, just tell him he's wrong already.
Yeah, just tell me I'm
No.
wrong.
No, you're actually right so far. How do you spell Thomas?
Oh wait, I got
You
Isaiah.
got Isaiah right, yeah. ISAIAH.
Stop. Okay, Thomas. Okay.
Jack misspelled it. I could already tell. Don't change it.
T
Wait, I spelled it
O
ISIAH.
How did you spell it, Jack?
ISAAHT.
Yeah, you're missing an A. It's an A after the S.
Holy fuck, I got
So
it.
Corey's got 2, Jack's got 1.
Fuck.
You might lose to a dyslexic man.
Shit.
I'm gonna grab my charger.
I'm
I'll let you
dead,
guys.
he's
I'll let you guys think on it.
No, say the next player.
How's it
Say
feel?
the next player. Who else did you draft?
The next player is
Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid.
Joel. Joel. And then EM. Oh fuck.
I have 100%.
EMBID. Embiid.
I'll tell you. How to spell
Ba-bow.
it. Fuck. It's EMBIID.
You missed an I. There's 2 I's. Bit tricky that
That's what I
one.
said.
Yeah, I'm talking to Corey. You were right. So it's 2-2 going into the final name. Now, you tried to
2 out of
draft.
5.
You tried to draft Carmelo Anthony, and you told me specifically.
Oh, no.
Specifically, no. Listen, Corey.
No.
You told me
I don't know how to spell
specifically
Thanasis.
not to make you spell Giannis, so you don't have to. You can spell Thanasis Antetokounmpo, your replacement player.
Okay, I'm just going to put this out there. Jack already knows how to spell Antetokounmpo from all the fucking NBA quizzes he does. If he can get Thanasis is the real problem.
I've spelt it.
I'm going to write down what letters you say, Corey.
I don't know if
because
I've
it's so
spelled
long.
Thanasis
So,
right, though.
Corey, spell it out to me, and I'm going to write it down.
So let's just do it like a spelling bee, right? Oh, what's the hangman type of game?
I'll use it into a sentence.
No,
Thanasis
no,
Antetokounmpo,
no,
your replacement player.
Correct.
No.
Yes. Okay. I remember. Do I remember his name? No. Is there a T?
Yes, that's first.
Is there a H somewhere?
Yes.
Okay. Is there an S somewhere? In one of
You
the
got to
letters?
spell it in order.
I'm just trying to get some letters out.
Yeah, I'll use it in another sentence, Corey.
Oh, here we go.
You thought Anthony was 7 vowels, and because you were wrong, you got Thanasis Antetokounmpo.
Man, I'm really hating this fucking first episode now, eh?
Corey, I got you if you get it wrong. If you get it wrong, I got you.
Man,
TH.
Man, I'm gonna fucking come to your house and kill you.
Just start spelling letters.
Thanasis. Is it THANISIS? Thanasis.
If he's wrong, just tell.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Can I go?
This is how he spelled it. It's backwards.
Okay.
But
Wait, bring it back.
he spelled Thanasis. Thanasis.
No,
Are you from
Thanasis.
Tennessee? Because you're the only Then I see. Okay.
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
All right. TH.
I don't know if you
A-N.
guys saw, but I put a little
Oh.
sun in my corner.
Yeah.
Anyway, go on.
Okay.
You are my
TH.
sunshine.
AN.
Yep.
ASIS.
I believe that's correct. Let me just double check.
Now spell
Oh,
out
that's
to
good.
Kumpo, Jack, because you're the
Okay.
only
That's
fucker
correct.
who knows how
That's
to spell it.
correct.
ANTETOKOUNMPO.
Jack wins 3-2.
And I can't spell
On this
Stacey
week's
King or
spelling.
Isaiah Thomas.
So, Corey, next week you got to get your revenge. That was not a bad effort. You only lost by 1. let's do
Corey,
the
I honestly
draft
think
now.
you could beat me if it's normal words.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share and we're going to talk about the draft. So can you guys see this?
Oh, yes.
So I'm going to read off the rules. First rule, it is a snake draft similar to last week, and the order is decided via a wheel spin, which we'll do after I read the rules. Once a player is selected, oh, by the way, this is an international player draft. I forgot to mention. We're drafting 12 players each, one from, they all have to be a different nationality. So, order decided via wheel spin. Once player is selected, they cannot be selected again for any country or person. Example, if I select Kyrie for Australia, Jack cannot select him for America, or obviously not for Australia. Next rule, one person from each country for each draftee. Example, if I draft LeBron for my American player, I can't also draft Jordan for my American player because I've used my American player. Next rule, draftees can draft from any country at any time. So you can draft from America, then Australia,
they get
then
it. They get
Serbia.
it.
If player selected does not hold citizenship for selected country, the other two draftees must select a replacement from that same country. Okay.
Okay.
So now
I
Jack's
have the
going to
wheel
do
spin.
the wheel spin.
Be me, please, please, please. Oh, get fucked.
Is it Corey?
Oh, shit.
It's Lockie.
Yes!
Okay.
Jackson!
Oh, watch me be last. I can't see the wheel.
It's Corey.
All right.
Lockie, Corey, then me.
Okay.
Woo!
So
Go, Lockie.
I'm having some technical difficulties currently. It is loading the dock. It should be done shortly. Here we go. Okay.
Ooh.
You make your pick anyway.
Oh, so you're going to put all three of our players in that section.
Now,
are you?
what I'm going to do is
Who's
I'm
the
going to write
first
it
pick?
down in my notes, and once this properly loads, I'll start updating it so it's up to date. But for now, I'm just going to set this. So, with the first pick in the international players draft, I will select Hakeem Olajuwon for
From
Nigeria.
which country?
For Nigeria.
Ah. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Corey, you're up next.
Ooh. You know what? For the second pick, but realistically is going to be on my bench.
Stacey King.
It is not Stacey King. It will be Manu Ginobili.
Okay. Okay.
From
An
Argentina.
interesting strategy for a 6-man, but
No.
How do you spell Argentina? How do you spell Argentina?
I don't know.
ARG.
It's not like that. I think it's Argentina.
I should be in next week's spelling bee. All right, Jack, you'll go. Sorry to any Argentinian fans watching. Hope you win the World Cup.
All right, so I'm going to take a man that
And then
cannot fit
Thompson.
under any doorway.
Oh, fuck.
Wembanyama.
All right.
Go again.
And then I will take the leader of the Fighting Whites, Luka the Don.
All right, Corey, your pick.
Shit.
From Slovenia and from France.
Shit.
Good picks. I like that. Very, very modern, but fair.
Yes. Thank you.
All right.
Now, Corey, do you want to play? Do you want to select someone from your starting lineup this time?
Yes, I will not make the mistake that I made last, and I am going to pick Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Can't hate on it.
I thought he was going to fall back to me.
All right, now with my next two picks, I'm so happy this has happened. As I was doing my research, I noticed that there were not very many guards that were on the next tier level. So I'm going to be taking two of them. My first of which, I'm going to be taking Shea from Canada.
Yeah.
And my next one, I'm going to be taking from South Africa, Steve Nash.
Okay.
Fuck.
Now,
Fair enough.
the reason I did that is because obviously Steve Nash has Canadian citizenship, but he also has South African. So I kind of stitch people up because now they can't take a really good Canadian.
Okay. Very nice. Very,
Corey,
very well done.
Fair.
you got to think about these things.
Well,
Let's think about
I'm
these
gonna
things.
pick my center. The Joker. I'm gonna pick Nikola Jokic.
From?
Jokic on my list.
From?
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
I will also pick a center.
Fuck.
I will pick
Joel Embiid.
a player from Corey's great team that he drafted last week.
Ooh.
Out of Cameroon, I will take Joel Embiid.
Yep, I've seen that coming.
And then this is more of a strategic pickup next because I don't think he will fall back to me. I feel like Lockie wants him. And he's just the perfect role player. I think the best role player of all time. Out of the Bahamas, I will take Klay Thompson.
Ooh.
Fair enough. I don't hate that. I think obviously not the most talented player on the board, but it makes sense. It does make sense.
In a position that is thin.
Yes. Fair enough. Fair enough. Don't blame you.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna pick. Oh, is it you again, Jack?
It's you, Corey.
No, that's you now.
Okay, it's me. I'm going to pick from Germany. I am picking Dirk Nowitzki.
That was my next pick.
Ugh. Look at those two cones in the paint.
Fuck off,
That'll be
idiot.
interesting.
Look
All
at
right,
those
so
two
this is
getting
where
in foul trouble.
this is where
They're not missing, but they're getting in foul trouble.
you know what? I'm just gonna fuck everyone over. I'm going to take. Oh, actually. First
I'm
of all,
curious to how I'm going to be fucked over.
I'm going to take Kyrie from
And where?
Australia
Ooh.
Yeah.
because he was one of the really good guards I had written down.
Uh-huh.
And then I was hoping Dirk would be there because Corey did not need a big, but I guess he did.
Yeah, but Dirk can shoot, so it's perfect. It's perfect.
You know what? I'm gonna prioritize. I'm gonna prioritize talent, and I'm just gonna take Patrick Ewing from Jamaica.
You're making me crazy. Okay.
I did not see him on that list. Respect. Fuck, do I only get one pick each go? This is some bullshit, isn't it?
Where I was last week.
Yeah, it's a fucking shit spot.
Well, he won.
Yeah, that's definitely not happening with this team at the moment. You know what?
Oh no, I like Giannis.
Just for shits and gigs of my already ginormous team, I'm gonna go with the fucking biggest Chinese player there is. I'm going Yao fucking Ming.
The Great Wall.
Oh yeah, Ming. Okay. Sure.
So my team's running a zone against you, Corey.
This is going to 2K, mate. This isn't. I'm thinking strategy.
Oh yeah, that's not a bad shout to just get bigs, eh?
Yeah. Fucking
Yeah.
right.
Okay. Gonna have some versatility here. Who do I want? That's the question. I have my starting point guard, shooting guard. Wemby's a small forward / power forward / center, wherever I want to put him. I have Embiid, who can play power forward as well. You guys kind of took all the other centers that I was really looking at. I could draft after all that, but I really don't want to.
After all that,
I don't really want the colors on my team. I really don't want to go that way. I'm going to draft Dražan Petrovic.
From
Serbia. Then I'm going to draft Larry Markkinen from Finland.
your favorite player.
Damn it!
My favorite player.
If you
I hadn't
know,
written it down.
you
Significant
know.
meaning.
If
He was
you
my
know,
next pick.
you know.
There's something about Finland and Utah that I just...
All right, Corey.
They just make a lot of threes.
All right, I'm gonna switch it up and go the man who is incredible when it comes to the Olympics. He is an Aussie. He is a short king. I'm picking Patty Mills
The NBA
as my point guard.
Patty Mills. Shout out to Patty.
Corey,
I'm not picking him
it's-
because of the NBA, but I am picking him just of how much of a legend he really is.
All right, I'm going to be strategic here, and I'm going to get myself 2 forward/wings. I'm going to take Luol Deng out of South Sudan.
Respect.
And let me just double check this. Yeah, so for Great Britain, I'm going to take OG Anunoby.
I had him on the list.
My list is disappearing. You know what? Is it my go again?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go another guard, and he's another short guard, but I'm going Tony Parker from France.
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 Not bad.
I will draft Pau Gasol from Spain. Because I don't know where people are playing yet, but I'm kind of just drafting big versatile players with a offensive engine of Luka Doncic and some shooters, which I think fits pretty well. I could go, See, I need to be somewhat strategic at this point in the draft. I have one guard, I have Luka. I have 2 shooting guards, I have Klay Thompson, Dražan Petrovic. In terms of threes, I could have Lowry and Wemby, I guess. Maybe Wemby and Powell and Embiid. I'm going to draft Dikembe Mutombo as my backup big.
Respect. All right. Okay. What do we have? We've got a lot of size and 2 somewhat okay.
And obviously, he is from the Congo.
guards.
Yes, so.
You know what? I'm going to pick someone you never would have even thought of. He was an average NBA player, but fuck, he's good in 2K. I'm picking Hito Turkoglu from Turkey. From Turkey, he is.
I did not have him down on my list. That's a good noticing.
Okay. I'm going to pull the trigger. I'm going to take Captain Lee America. I'm going to take LeBron James.
Okay.
Then, my next pick, I've got realistically 3 guards, 3 forwards, 2 bigs. I could really go anywhere.
Oh yeah, sorry. Dražan Petrovic is from Croatia as well. I meant to say Croatia.
Oh, so you're just a racist.
Sorry about that.
I'm just going to take Marc Gasol.
All right. I'm going to pick the greatest, or if not one of the greatest point guards ever from USA. I am picking Stephen Curry. as my starting point guard.
Stephen Curry, your 9th pick. Meet the first pick, Manu Ginobili.
Well, USA, easy. Wanted to see where you would go with that. So
honestly, I feel like I could have
I
waited.
like your team, Corey.
I could have waited, but also like we're up to 9 picks. These next couple guys might not even play.
You do it, and I thought, fuck it, I have to.
Considering this pretty much allows me to go USA last, which I love. But considering that Petrovic is from Croatia, that allows me to now take Peja Stojakovic from Serbia as another shooter on this roster. I feel like I have pretty good spacing on this team. Everyone can really shoot except for Mutombo, who doesn't really even have to play at all. Where I go with this next pick is interesting. Obviously, I need another guard. Jamal Murray comes to mind. I don't really want him. Ben Simmons comes to mind. His lack of shooting, I don't know if I really want. There's an interesting pick here. I don't know whether I should pull the trigger. I think that's the best talent available. Maybe not the best talent available, but no, I want to go somewhere else for that country. I'm going to draft AK-47 from Russia.
Good pick. Good pick.
I think my wings are set. I think I got some good defense around Luka.
Yeah.
Got a lot of two ways.
I need like a 3 and 4. And I think I'm gonna go Rui Hachimura from Japan.
A Laker legend, Rui Hachimura.
I'm gonna take
Domas. Oh, thank you.
I'm gonna take 2 NBA champions. One recent NBA champion in Karl Anthony Towns.
After all that.
And one. Then I'm gonna take from Cameroon, Pascal Siakam.
Ooh, good pick.
Who was, of course, a champion with the Raptors in 2019.
1 minute.
Corey, it's your pick.
Indubitably it is. And he's still here, and he's close to home, you know, close to Australia. He fucking looks like Maui. He's fucking big and strong. I'm picking Steven Adams from New Zealand.
Wow. Very nice. Well, I think I'll draft Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
He was an okay. He played in the 90s. He had some signature shoe or something. Can't remember what it was called.
He was pretty bold and black.
Overrated.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I will pick basically what I want my team to embody. I'll pick the heart and soul of my roster. Out of Australia.
Wait. Am I right?
Out of Australia. A man that I idolize. A man that I try to live my life in the eyes of him. I go to Church of Delhi every weekend and pray for a time where I can see him back on the big screen in the NBA. I'm going to draft Matthew Dellavedova.
That's the pick of the draft. That really shapes your team.
Thanks, man. It was between him and the Giddler, and yeah.
I'm saying fucking give me another big. Give me the guy from this beautiful team that's not this player. Give me Tingus Pingus from whatever country he's from. Give me 2 seconds.
No, you have to name the country.
1 second. I
He's Googling it. That's
just
cheating.
Google it. It's like
Ladvisa.
where's the S?
Ladvisa.
All right, so I'm just trying to think of this. My starting lineup is probably going to be Nash, Shea, Bron, Ewing, Hakeem.
No, write it underneath when we're done.
And then my bench, I probably need another guard. Go big.
Just a lot of screens for Steph and Mills.
You know what? I'm going to keep the trend. Do I want to? You know what? Yeah. I'm going to keep the trend going. This guy's not going to get any game time, but he's going to be a key member of my drafts. I'm going to take Dylan Harper just for the love of the game.
All right, we also drafting coaches with nationalities.
Now, let me just.
Bilalapinis?
We're drafting coaches, which means I'm first.
Oh, wait, is coaches involved? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Well,
they can't be the same nationality.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I'll just do it down the bottom here. My coach. I feel like I know why you said this, Jack. I'm going to take Steve Kerr from Lebanon.
I don't picture him eating a kebab, but sure. Corey, who would you like?
No, you can.
You like Phil Jackson from Nigeria?
Do I not have a Nigerian player?
I don't know. Surely you could draft Patrick Ewing as your coach.
He's already on here, isn't he?
You draft Vlade Divac.
No, I'm just trying to. Without even looking it up, I'm just trying to think of.
Out of my list of players,
yeah,
who has been a coach on here, you could maybe draft. You could.
Oh, I don't have a Serbian coach, do I? I can't even say his fucking.
You have Jokic.
Yes, I do. You're right. I just seen that. My bad. You know what? For the love of all our drafts that has currently been given, and me being too dumb to look up a coach, I'm going to give it to you guys. What coach would you like to give?
Okay, can I weigh in, Lockie? Lockie, can I weigh in? Can I be awarded the privilege of giving him his coach?
Give me my coach.
Tell me the country, and then I'll tell you yes or no.
Russia.
Do I not have Russia? Oh, I do not have Russia. Fact.
Do they have to be an NBA coach?
No, I'm going to give you Hezbollah.
Respect. You're not going to find him in 2K. But...
Fair enough.
All right, I'll pick Eric Spoelstra from the Philippines.
See, that's the thing. I didn't know we're drafting coaches.
I knew you already got Philippines.
We never spoke about coaches, so.
No, I didn't know about
coach is really irrelevant anyway. But all right, Lockie, do you want to go through your starting lineup?
All right, I'm gonna
just name your starting lineup and then
just get rid of the coaches, bro.
Let me write it on my whiteboard. How about we all take a minute to put together our lineups?
Okay, yeah, well, as we're doing this, I'm going to break down my team. I'm pretty happy with my picks. Why am I rubbing them out? Because now I can't see what I'm doing.
I'm just going to rewrite mine.
I'm just going to write down the starting 5, and then the bench is the bench. What do you reckon?
I agree.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because in 2K, it's not really going to play the bench anyways.
Okay. Okay, I'm done. I'll start off and say my starting lineup. I'm going to start Luka Doncic as my 1 to be my offensive engine. I'm going to have Michael Jordan as my 2 to be my go-to scorer. I'm going to have Klay Thompson as my 3 to complement both of them and space the floor. I'm going to have Victor Wembanyama as my 4 to be a defensive nightmare. He can also space the floor, get on the offensive glass. He can do everything. And then Joel Embiid will be my center, who can also pass the ball, shoot the ball, defend the rim. I'm pretty happy with how my team turned out.
Solid.
What about you boys?
I'll go next. I think I really could have got a better shooting guard. But for the love of big man, I chose pause. I chose not to go that route. So my point guard is going to be Steph, obviously. I only really drafted 2. And then it's going to be Manu Ginobili, just because.
The second pick of the draft.
The first? Yes. Oh, yeah. Sorry. The second of the table,
yes. The GOAT. And then I'm going to go Giannis as my 3. I'm going to go Dirk as my 4. And I'm going to go Jokic as my 5. And then, yeah.
Okay.
The bench is just my bench.
All right. Lockie?
Well, I was quite happy round 4 until Corey took Dirk because I didn't think he was going to take him because he did not need a big. But he did. He's playing big, I guess, because he likes big men.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine by him. Me personally, I like a good balance. Small, average, big, get all around.
We're not talking about Grady Dick anymore.
Oh, sorry. I actually wrote down my full lineup just because, like, why not? My starting lineup, obviously, yeah, like I said, I was hoping to get Dirk, so I didn't really get like a power forward, but it's fine. Starters, we got Nash at the 1, Shea at the 2, Bron at the 3, Hakeem at the 4, and Ewing at the 5. Offensively, I mean, Nash and Bron can share between who's running things. Shea can just be that efficient, get to his spots, scorer, play off of those guys. Hakeem can do the similar sort of thing. Same with Ewing, high, low in the post, things like that. Defensively, I mean, Nash is a decent defender for his size. Shea is a good defender for his size. Bron, snubbed of a DPOY. Hakeem, arguably the best defender ever. Ewing, good rim protector. I mean, yeah, I got size, I got versatility, I got shooting off the off the bench. I mean, Ewing can help coach. Off the bench, I got Kyrie, OG, Luol Deng, Cat, and Gasol. I mean,
You're gonna hate Cat.
Kyrie's the 6th man. That's ridiculous.
I have Yao Ming as my 6th man.
Kyrie's better. OG and Luol are both, just versatile, lengthy wings that I can plug and play sort of between the starters. Cat adds floor spacing, adds size, adds rebounding, adds a bit of zest. It's fine. Marcus Sol, defensive player of the year, can play make, can fit within any offense, I feel like, and a great defender. And then Siakam's kind of like another plug and play player. He's very versatile. And Harper is just there because he's just a part of my teams from now on, I guess. I've just adopted him as a player and as a member of the squad, really. And then obviously we got Steve Kerr coaching, so it's going to be interesting to see what he can cook up with not having, elite spacing. But I mean, he's better than Hasbulla, so.
I don't know, man. Hasbulla has the.
Well, those are the drafts. Not sure what we'll do with them, whether we run it in 2K again or we end up getting an Instagram doing a poll. We'll figure it out. Let's just go over some honorable mentions as well. I'll go for point guard. There was obviously Jamal Murray, didn't get picked. There was Josh Giddey, Ben Simmons, Ricky Rubio. Those are the names I had. I don't know if you've had anyone else really.
Well, I just wrote down like players from countries. I didn't go by position, so maybe you say the player, and then
I'll go. Well, shooting guard like Dyson, Jalen Green, Jordan Clarkson. There wasn't really much on the wings and guards positions. For small forward, I really did want to draft AJ DeBancer, but he was kind of questionable. I ended up not going with him, obviously for Jamaica, because he hasn't quite got his citizenship yet, but he has applied for it, and FIBA he's waiting to be approved. I also thought about Scotty Barnes as well for Jamaica. Probably if I didn't get Delhi, I might have got Scotty Barnes. There was also Franz Wagner. He would have been a good pick. The Thompson twins, and then NSR, which I thought about, but it's just the spacing thing. I just didn't want to pick them for that reason. There was Detlef Schrempf. There was Denny Advia. There was Tomani Kamara. For power forward, there was Al Horford. There was Sabonis. There was Mattis Buzelis if you really wanted. For center, the ones we missed were Bam Adebayo, Vlade Divac, Chris Kaman, Alperen Sengun, Alex Sarr, maybe. That's what I had.
I've written a few more names. The one thing I was thinking as well is like some of the guys Jack mentioned are probably better than some of the guys on my team, but me, I prioritize versatility and three-point shooting. I feel like my team is all pretty versatile offensively and defensively, and we don't really have like, I mean, Ewing and Hakeem aren't floor spacers, but everyone outside of that can space the floor. So I prioritize fit over talent every day of the week. Some of the guys Jack didn't mention. I mean, I'm not sure if you said Gobert. Wasn't really paying attention.
No, I didn't. I forgot
Oh
about him.
yeah, so there was Gobert. I thought about taking him, but I just wanted bigs who could come in and stretch the floor like Cat and Mark.
Catch the ball.
If Ewing and Akeem isn't meshing well, they can space the floor for those guys. Um, Other guys like I guess Wiggins for Canada. He had that one great year, the finals run. Like
Canada was a lot more thin than I thought. All their talent is from this generation, pretty much, besides Steve Nash.
yeah, hence why I drafted Shea and Nash earlier. Felt like that was a smart decision.
Yeah. My plan was to pretty much draft Luca or Shea with my first pick, whoever was available, because I knew point guard was bad. Oh, sorry, I drafted Wemby, but I had that.
My goal was get a big and get a guard early.
Yeah.
For Congo, there was Serge.
Black.
Dominican Republic, Al Horford.
Yeah, I said him.
Lithuania, the Sabonises, like
yeah.
Italy, there was Paolo.
Oh, forgot about Paolo. I probably would have picked him.
Actually, for Sweden and France, there was Joakim Noah.
Yeah, I knew him.
For Jordan, there was Whiteside.
Yeah,
and then there was Israel as well, which had Denny and Amari Stoudemire, surprisingly, who got his citizenship after finishing the NBA. The other one that we debated about was the Virgin Islands, but because it's not its own country, it's not its own country. Tim Duncan is from
there. No.
So yeah, we decided not to count it because Tim Duncan he played for America anyway. But yeah, for my team and my opinions on the others, I think Corey is probably the best 2K team just because the size, like that helps you win in 2K simulation. So I wouldn't be surprised if he wins just based on the fact that he has the biggest team. So I like the strategy. For Jack's team, I think it has the most shooting. And I think my team is the most athletic and versatile. So we're all very different teams. I think it'll be interesting to see how they sim in 2K. Also be interesting to see Jai's opinion, the one viewer we have.
Shout out Jai.
Shout out Jai. So yeah, what do you guys think of everyone's teams?
Yeah, I think
I'm the best shooter ever and 7-foot players. So I'm happy with this.
Steph is going to have the day of his life just running around.
A lot of screens. You got Paddy to come off the bench.
Hasbullah's going to be there cheering on the sideline.
Rui's going to be speaking Japanese in the corner.
One thing I might have changed to go on my theme of being more long and versatile is maybe I should have taken KD over Jordan, but Jordan could just run the offense when Luka's off. Like really, there's just shooting around him everywhere. I got length as well, like perimeter defenders like Clay and AK-47. They're going to be causing some havoc out there. And like Wemby's going to be my 3-man at times when the other bigs come on. So good luck with that. Yeah. I know Corey's got a big 3-man as well with Giannis, so better match up a little bit.
Yeah, and I've got the GOAT, so fuck you both.
You have Delhi on your team? I drafted him. What are you talking about? You wait until Steph Curry makes a couple of shots and I sub on the Curry stopper.
Yeah, Delhi gets on there. What are you gonna do, Corey?
Pray.
I'm gonna
Corey's
sub.
gonna
I'm gonna
pray.
sub Steph off
Hey,
straight
Corey,
away.
Imagine this.
Corey, we could be in a 7-game series, Corey, and I could be down 3-1, and I got LeBron and Kyrie, so you're fucked.
Oh, but imagine this. It's game 7 against either one of your teams. It don't matter. Clock's winding down. Luka throws it out to Wemby. Wemby kicks to Embiid at the free throw line. Embiid runs a handoff with Michael Jordan. There's 3 seconds left. Michael Jordan has the shot, but he thinks top of the key. Matthew Dellavedova is right there. That's his shot. He kicks it out. Delhi all hustle, all heart. Swish. We win the series.
You missed the part where Joel Embiid breaks his knee doing the handoff.
It don't matter. It don't matter because he can be looking from the ground at Delhi's fucking beautiful shot as it soars through the air like Carlton on Fresh Prince.
And guess what?
Instead of hitting the exit sign, it goes straight through the net.
There's 0.6 seconds left after he makes the shot. We call a timeout. Down the other end, Wemby's guarding the inbounder. Similar to Taco 4. OG Anunoby finds himself open in the corner with 0.6 of a second left. Gets it up. It's good. We win the series. We win the finals. That's what's going to happen. And the play before, blocked by James.
I like my story better. I think it's more realistic. I think we've seen it a million times. Michael Jordan relies on his teammates, and Delhi will be there, and he will make you guys pay.
Yeah, and guess what? Jordan's going to try to kick it out to Kerr, who's on my coaching staff.
You guys can kiss his Australian meaty ass.
You two done kissing each other or fucking?
No, I'm fucking him up.
Jesus Christ!
All right, Corey. Yeah, but yeah, that's the draft.
I think I got the best
draft. Anything we want to unplug before we get to the last segment? Anything we want to talk about? We can get done with the basketball talk. Obviously, there's the World Cup coming up. Just quickly, Argentina, Spain. What's your prediction?
The World Cup obviously inspired.
My Chelsea up right now.
The World Cup obviously inspired this draft. Like, that's kind of why we did it. I was actually going to wear my French Henri jersey, but they lost. So I didn't want to do that. So instead, we're at South Beach.
Shout out to Enzo Fernandez, Chelsea's very own, scoring a goal today. I got Argentina winning.
Yeah, I think Argentina's going to win. Seen a bunch of shit about how the refs are rigged, which, like, I don't know. I just watch the highlights, to be honest. Like, I keep up with it. I pay attention to who's winning the games, but I watch the highlights. I don't really get too into it, but I think Argentina's going to win.
As our soccer enthusiast, Corey, what do you think?
I agree. I think Argentina, after their massive comeback, the only soccer thing I've ever seen in my life, I just can't see him losing. I think it is all to do with that one player that I have no idea what his name is, but he's good. So
Cristiano Ronaldo.
No, it ain't that. I know it ain't.
Lionel Messi. Shout out Messi. Okay, are you guys ready for the final segment? Or you got anything else you want to touch base on?
There's another segment.
Yeah.
Look at my eyes.
We still have Lockie's joke of the day.
Corey, you need to be.
You're gonna want to be here for this
final segment of episode 2 of the 3.
It's gonna be about
before he says this.
Jack is lagging. I do not know what he said.
All right, go ahead, Logie.
For the joke of the week,
my life.
What do you call a joke with no punchline?